Kia ora team, and welcome back to another episode of DayZ Builds. I'm here at the engineer's house. Why is it the engineer's? I don't know. I want to call it the engineer's house. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's the town sheriff, town captain, or whatever. I don't know, but I want to call it the engineer's house. This is one of the bigger houses to build in. There's houses all over, but not all houses build well. This one builds better than most. So let's come in the front door. I think this is the front door, and have a look. So what have we got going on in here? Well, first off, we have this fence, which is going to be our gate. So it needs to be. We need to be able to access the code lock. So when it is built, the code lock will be right here somewhere. So we'll be able to access the code lock. So we'll be able to get in. It's a bit of a pain because it's going to swing out, but there we go. That's what we need. That's what we need. Then you're going to come in here. This is a barrier to the windows. These two windows here. So we can come in here and we can be around and inside this bit, which takes us through to the next room. I'll have a conversation about that in a second, and we've got enough of a space here that if they use explosives to blow this, that this is not damaged by the same affair. And same here, if they should manage to somehow drop explosives in, or maybe you can blow up explosives on the outside of a building and it transitions through. I don't know. Anyway, there's enough of a space between the two that that wouldn't matter. This will be another gate, which will open outwards again, which is going to be a bit of a nuisance. There's probably enough room here to open it with this gate shut. And this is another baffling wall so that people can't shoot in. And this is going to be where we are going to store our equipment. And this is going to be our, I guess, secure area. Now then, through this door, we're going to have a gate. Now, this gate faces us. So the intention is that if they blow this gate, they get in here, they go, oh, bugger, another gate. Can't get around there. Can't get past that. So there's another gate. So we'll go through here, and boom, there's another gate facing them. And they're like, oh, gates everywhere. So there's another gate in here. So they're going to have to negotiate this gate. You can come through here. This will be another gate, which is going to be interesting, I think, because I sincerely hope that I can access it from this side. Otherwise, this area is going to be accessible only from the back. But I'm not too worried about that. There's a possibility that that's not a bad thing, because also in here is going to be another gate. Now, one of the things I've said about houses is all these collision boxes. There's like units and fridges and cookers and tables and chairs and overturned chairs that, despite all of my Herculean strength, I can't pick up and move. So I can't move any of this stuff out of the way. Wouldn't that be nice if you could clear some of these things out of the way? Anyway, you can't do that, so I can't move any of this stuff. So this gate here, they can come in and they can bypass. This is a screening fence for the window. This is a screening fence for those windows. But there's going to be another fence here. And then behind this gate, if you open this gate, can also be a secure storage area or a secure area, because to get into this area, they'd have to shoot a lot through this fence to break the fence, or they'd have to do an awful lot to get into the building. Now then, on this side, there's a gate which opens this way. So if they come in through the back, let's have a look. I can't put anything at the back door because you can't. There's no way to access the code lock. I could put something here along this wall, which would give us an extra layer of security, I suppose. But I chose not to. But you can if you want to. Add an extra gate in there. That's not a problem. There's going to be a gate here. So if they run in here, there's a gate. They can come in here, but there's a gate in here, so they can't do anything. Through this gate, then there's a baffling, and then there's another gate, so they still can't get through to any of these other secure areas without passing numerous gates. There is, in fact, in this build 6 gates. You could add one out there, it'd be 7 gates. There's a lot of code locks. 6 gates and 6 fences. There's bits of it that are janky, like this. You know, could I just put a straight panel along this wall and cover some of those windows? I could, but then I have to muck around with this gate and various other bits and pieces like that, and then there's other collision boxes here that don't quite work out. And to be honest, this room isn't important to me. It's not bad. I mean, you can chuck things in here, it's okay. I can come on here and sit down at the table and play dominoes, but this is not the important room to me, to be perfectly fair. And in here, this isn't actually the important room to me. It's not bad. It's a bit of a decoy room, because while there is a secure area in here, it's not the most secure. At the end of the day, this here is the secure area that I want to be secure and that I want people to not know about. So it's the problem with residential builds, and it took a while to get all of these things to fit in. Yes, I could maybe move that one a little bit. Yes, I could put another one out there. I gotta watch out for the fitting of the gate is a tricky one, because to reach this code lock, this needs to be right over to the corner, and it doesn't fit straight. You could maybe move it out a little bit and have it next to this unit, but there are collision boxes quite close to these units. So you do have to be aware of that. So there's a bit of jiggery pokery and a bit of jankery going on, but I think that's pretty good from my perspective. So what I need to do is I need to get on and build some frames, and when the frames are all in place, we'll come back and we'll have a little look, and then I can skin it up for the final snapshots. So I need to go and find my hoe. I don't think I have it on me. I think it's in my truck. So I need to go and find my hoe, and I need to do a bit of hoeing, and hopefully the Zeds leave me alone for a change. So there we are, one hoe. You guys can sit back and listen to the music, eh? Right, so here we are. I'm just going to make this into a gate just very quickly. You got one nail there. Look at that. And that will be us. So yeah, everything fit. Everything fit, which is a win. They don't always fit. And everything seems to be playing ball. So we've got this, obviously, like I've said, this is the, I don't know what you call it, the back door or the front door. I don't know exactly what you call it. I think I can go out here. There's some Zeds outside, which is, let's close that. Which can be a bit of a problem with building around residential as well, because you've obviously got Zeds to contend with. But anyway, so you come in, hit this code lock here, chickadee 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 boo. No, gotta move the gate, which might operate a bit smoother once it's fully built. Come inside, can't be shot at from outside, which is good. So you then come into this area. This is a locked gate with a code lock. So you find yourself in here. Open this gate. Now, if they break through this gate, yes. So the problem is that they're on the inside of this gate, which makes this gate ineffectual from this side because you can. Actually, I don't think it does, come to think of it, because if you have a code lock on this, while you have a hatchet, you can't dismantle a gate. So you can dismantle a wall, but you cannot dismantle a gate. So actually, if they blow this gate and they find themselves in here, this gate is still functional from this side as a blocker. They would still have to blow it, or they would still have to break the code lock. And a gate, despite what you might think, a gate is as strong on both sides. There's no difference to how much damage you need to subject to the gate to get through it. So it's still the same. Anyway, we're in here. You got another gate. I mean, if they get through here. Probably, let's do it this way. If they get through here, there's a gate. Like I said, I can't stop them getting through here. This is all cordoned off, so you can't get through here. We're safe from the outside world in terms of shooting and things. I think I don't have quite enough energy to climb the bed, which is a bit of a nuisance. Hi, Zed. Can you actually climb this bed? Let's wait. You can. You have to jinky around. I had to take all my clothes off. So that's going to be a bit of a nuisance for people potentially getting stuck in there, which is kind of amusing. I have to go back in there to finish all this building, but there you go. Now I know I can get in and out. So it's a bit janky with that bed. But anyway, so you come in here. That gate will be locked. You can also have this room. Sorry, so many things to open and close. This room in here, this will be shuttered off. You got this little wedge-shaped area where you can come in, you can log off, you can do whatever you like. Zed's making a whole lot of noise. Right, through here. Close that one. Close that one. Gates everywhere. Right. Gate. You can stand here and open this gate, which is fine. This gets you in here. As I've said before, this is the area where we're going to keep most of our stuff in here. You'd bring your barrels in here. They can't see in through this window. They can't see in through any of those windows. This is, I think, probably relatively secure. It may not be the most secure, actually, because, I mean, it depends how they come in. If they come in this side, they need to come through two gates. If they want to go into that front bedroom, they've got to come through 1, 2, 3 gates from either side. So actually the bedroom's the most secure because there's more barriers between the front door and the back door and the bedroom. So maybe we keep some stuff in here, but we keep all of our precious things in a barrel or two in the other room, and that would be the best place to keep them, I think. So this might be a hanging out staging area, but we keep all of our precious stuff in there. And a gate here, which is obviously opening to the big wide world. There's a whole lot of Zeds outside, which is a bit of a nuisance, but there you go. And this, now you can't quite get all the way down here, which is also pretty good. That adds a certain je ne sais quoi. Yeah, so there you go. So it's a squeeze. Don't get me wrong, it is a squeeze. It's a heck of a maze, in terms of panels and gates and various other bits and pieces. And it's meant to be. It is meant to be. It's meant to be secure. And what we know about security from these kinds of things is it's all about layers of defenses, layers of defenses, layers of defenses. So we've built an awful lot of things. We've put up an awful lot of frames. I better get on with finishing these off before nighttime, and I'll call you back when it's finished, and we'll go over the build. Right, night is falling, but we are done. We are done. We are done. And yeah, it hasn't turned out too bad. I mean, you can obviously see that there is stuff there, but not hugely from a distance. Maybe if you're very familiar, you would know that these windows should probably not be as black as they are. So you come in here through the door, got this big gate you get stuck on, which is fine. You can come in here. We've got a gate here. We've got in this room here where we've got this marvelous gate structure. We've got a door here. We've got another gate. We've got another gate which can open us up into this room. And we just have an awful lot of stuff going on. So while it is getting a little bit dark, what does it take to build this affair? Well, it's 6 gates and 6 fences, which is effectively 12 fences, because 6 of them have just had wire added. And you'll obviously need code locks. I haven't put the code locks on because it's a bit of faff to deal with that. And just be aware that getting in and around your base with 6 gates would be quite a bit of a faff. But each fence obviously requires 2 logs, 18 planks, and 36 nails. So for the 6 fences, it's a total of 12 logs, 108 planks, and 216 nails. And for the gates, there's a further 6 wire on top of all of that doubled. So the grand total for this particular residential build is 24 logs, 216 planks, 432 nails, 6 wire, and 6 code locks. And you can go nuts donuts with barbed wire if you want, but I probably wouldn't. A lot of these things are so tight in around here, you'll probably end up cutting yourself more than anybody else. So I'm going to sit down and have something to eat. I do hope you enjoy it. It's a little bit easier to build in here, believe it or not, than other places, and it's a bit roomy and it's a bit spacious, which enables me to get some of these things done. do drop a like, do subscribe to the channel, do click the bell notification so you know when the next one of these is coming out, and do feel free to drop any lines, any comments, any questions, any tips or tricks of your own that you know of, so that we can all share. Ta-ta for now. PlayStation